Hey everyone, it's Andrew Douglas Lane here at the Douglas Moon Fragrance channel, where I review fragrances from the cheaper end all the way to the more luxurious and expensive. And today, we're going a little bit in between, somewhat, depending on how you feel. This is, and I'm not going to pronounce this properly, but I'm going to do my best. This is L'Homme Idéal Extrême, hopefully I said that any kind of right, by Guerlain, again, hopefully I said that right. I have a large percentage of French ancestry on my dad and my mom's side, and it would be very disappointing if I said this improperly and someone out there right now is rolling around their grave. But with that being said, this has been making its rounds on the internet for a little while, naturally like all fragrances do. Don't know why I even mentioned that. And I'm going to give you my personal thoughts because I'm not sponsored by anyone or any entity, and I want to tell you how I feel about it. Is it worth it? How does it perform? And just in general, my personal tastes. It can be different than yours, but I'm going to give you my honest thoughts. So to give you a little bit of marketing, as it says here, the ultimate expression of masculinity, L'Homme Idéal Extrême by Guerlain, is designed for those men who are looking for a fragrance with olfactory energy that projects its essence or presence wherever he goes. Well, we'll see. I haven't actually tried this at all. Top notes: almond, pink pepper, and bergamot. I love bergamot, and I also love almond in things. Middle notes: plum. Again, I love that. Cinnamon and heliotrope. Base notes: leather, tobacco, patchouli, and cedar. These are all things that I actually love in a fragrance. So, L'Homme Idéal Extrême by Guerlain from Paris. Let's see how it goes. Like all fragrance YouTubers try to do, let's go test out the atomizer. Hopefully, I'm gonna do it this way. My last video I filmed in here. I don't usually film in front of, in this room, but my wife is asleep and I'm filming multiple videos in one day because it's a snow day. We're off work. I'm trying to make the best of my time. So let's see how it does this way. Well, I just discovered this lighting's much better than the first one because you could barely see the mist. Gonna go ahead and say I haven't put this on my skin yet. In the air though. This smells like a Hollister fragrance, and I hope nobody out there is angry at me for saying that because, again, everybody's tastes are their own. But this smells like if a Hollister fragrance managed to come into a lot of money. It's somebody from, like a random Hollister fragrance. I used to wear them a lot. My wife and me, that used to be one of my things I wore for a while because it was cheap. If they managed to win the lottery and got a nice new coat, that's what this would smell like. But hold on, let me see how it goes on the skin. Very, very sharp. This is a eau de toilette. Sorry, stupid. This is a eau de parfum. And I gotta say, yeah, right there, probably can't see it on the bottom. But it's an eau de parfum. But it's very runny, very sharp. Ooh, oh, but you know what? I know what this is making me think of. Now that top note that was given it, that very powerful, the pink pepper, I believe. The pink pepper blended with the bergamot. If anybody doesn't know what bergamot is, by the way, my wife, who's been hearing me talk about fragrances for a very long time, just asked me the other day, what is that? She works in flower preservation, so she doesn't know a lot about fragrances like this. But bergamot is, if you've ever had Earl Grey tea, it's kind of similar to that orange. It's a different type of citrus, orangey type of deal. It's more greeny orange, I believe, but it's very bright. I like it way more than like mandarin orange, blood orange, anything like that. I'm getting that very strong right now. Yeah, when I'm looking at the notes, the pink pepper, the bergamot, but the plum coming a little bit underneath there with the heliotrope. If you've ever smelled Rasasi Hawas, or Hawas by Rasasi, however you want to say it. If you've ever smelled that, it has a plum note to it, and this smells like a much more upscale version of that. This is, I'm looking at a 3.3, which is what I got, 100 ml, and this says on Max Aroma, it's 129. I don't know what it is. Okay, so 175 is what this is showing on their website for Guerlain. Again, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. So yeah, $175 for 100 ml. Not the worst at all, actually, for what the size you're getting out of it. I can't really tell you about how overall the quality of the projection and longevity is for this fragrance because I haven't given it a shot. And I try to keep these videos as unedited as possible so that I can just be more raw with you guys. Not that there's anything wrong with taking time and coming back and cutting some stuff in. I feel like this would last on the skin for a very long time. I don't know anything else about this company. other than somebody asked me to review this, I'm giving it a shot. I probably should have did a little bit more research, but I also don't want to just trust what people say online, which is a lot for me to say, asking you to trust what I've got to say. But again, I'm just telling you my thoughts, and I'd love to hear what yours are if you've given this a shot. But it is really pretty. I'll say that. It starts to, the opening notes were very Hollister fragrance for me, personally, just me personally. But now it's starting to wear it down, and everything is coming together in a very beautiful way. I actually like it. I would wear this. At first, again, it was my first time smelling it. I thought, I don't think I would wear that. This is okay, but I don't think I'd wear it. I was wrong. Okay, those middle notes are really coming in through. I'm gonna check one more time, just to be sure. Sorry, you guys. I don't mean to flounder around too much, but I want to see one more time if there is. Okay. Yeah. So again, with the patchouli and the plum, the bergamot, it's all coming together in a very beautiful way. I gotta say, actually, for the price, and again, if you can get it for $129 or get it off of a cheaper website, a discounter. Sorry, everybody. Give me just a second. If you can get this for a reasonable price, this is actually excellent. The size, I think this would last on most people's skin. I think this would actually last a pretty good time. And unless you really sprayed this doesn't fill up a room powerfully like a lot of other fragrances might. So I think you'd have to put on a pretty decent amount for this to project hardcore. It's not, yeah, I gotta get up on it to smell it. It's not super, super radiant. And I'm not gonna overspray to try to see how this goes, because most of us don't wanna just waste fragrance if we can help it. Then again, for the price, I think you could do some touch-ups of this if you wanted to. So it is very nice. So I'm not gonna say it's not. I would say fragrance overall, since I like a wide range and I do like things with that more citrusy feel, I'd say the fragrance in and of itself is about an 8.2. With the price, I give it 8.6. I'd say because the price versus what you get out of it, maybe I'll say 8.4 overall, maybe 8.3, because I want to understand how it will do long term, if it'll really perform well, if what you want out of it. It's not beast mode. I'm not going to say that at all, because it's not. It's not going to come blasting and bleeding off of you. But I think it might actually have some reasonable COs if you put it on your neck, which I'm not going to do right now because I got another review to do for one I'm very excited to do that I'm going to put on my neck. But I think this is very pretty, masculine leaning, and I think it will last quite a good time off of you. Maybe over time as this heats up, it'll start coming off of you well. Maybe that's how they did the chemical bonding of this. But I'd say, yeah, 8.3, because overall the price is great, especially off the discounter, but wherever, even a full price is pretty great for this size. And it's a really beautiful smell. Not too not too mature, not too masculine. I think anybody could really wear this if it was your style. So citrusy, kind of woodsy underneath. Very beautiful, very bright. Makes me think of like lime green, sort of. Lime green, floral whites, things like that. So yeah, I'll stop and settle at 8.3. I've said a lot of numbers. I'm gonna sit at 8.3 because it's great price overall, probably good longevity. Again, don't know about the projection, but it is a beautiful smell and it has nice layers to it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Andrew Douglas Lane. This was L'Homme Idéal by Guerlain. I know I've said it like 100 different ways, but I review fragrances the best I can. Hope you enjoy my videos. Thank you all again for 30,000 subscribers, and everybody's welcome to my channel. And just a regular guy with a regular job. I work at Candle Science in the US, and I just love fragrances. Always have, always will, and I love to have a community where we can talk about them together and share your thoughts and opinions. And if there's anything you'd like to see me, give my honest thoughts of and review, leave it in the comments. Leave it on any one of my posts, and check out the rest of the things that I've done. So thank you, God bless you all, and I'll see you next time.